The day I stopped escaping my life. What if the biggest thing holding you back isn't failure, but escape? Escape through your phone. Escape through entertainment. Escape through distractions. One day, I realized something uncomfortable. I wasn't building my future, I was avoiding it. For a long time, I thought I was tired. I thought I needed a break. I thought I deserved more rest. But the truth was different. I wasn't resting. I was escaping. Every morning started the same way. Before my feet even touched the floor, I reached for my phone. Minutes became hours. Hours became days. And those days disappeared faster than I wanted to admit. At first, I told myself it wasn't a problem. Everyone does it. It's normal. But deep down, I knew something was wrong. I wasn't taking breaks from work. I was taking breaks from life. One afternoon, I sat by my bedroom window and watched the world outside. Children laughed in the streets. People rode their bicycles. Birds crossed the summer sky. Trees moved gently in the wind. Life was happening everywhere, except where I was. I wasn't living. I was watching. Watching other people move forward while I stayed exactly the same. That evening, I found an old notebook hidden in a drawer. Inside were goals I had forgotten about, books I wanted to read, skills I wanted to learn, dreams I once believed in. As I turned the pages, I felt something I hadn't felt in a long time. Regret. Not because I had failed, because I had stopped trying. That night, I couldn't sleep. One question kept repeating in my mind. What if nothing changes? What if next year looks exactly the same? What if 5 years pass and I'm still waiting for the perfect moment to begin? For the first time, I could clearly see where my path was leading. Not toward growth, not toward purpose, toward regret. The next morning, I did something simple. I left my phone at home, and I went for a walk. No music, no notifications, no distractions. Just me. At first, the silence felt uncomfortable. My mind searched for something to escape into, but there was nowhere to run. Only my thoughts. Only myself. As I walked through quiet streets, I began noticing things I hadn't paid attention to in years. The sound of birds singing, the warmth of sunlight, the smell of summer air, the movement of leaves in the wind. The world hadn't changed. I had. Or maybe I was finally awake enough to notice it. That walk became a habit. Then another habit followed. I started reading again, just a few pages every day. Nothing dramatic, nothing impressive. But every page taught me something. Every chapter expanded my world. Books gave me answers that distractions never could. Soon, I started writing in a journal, a few lines each night. Simple thoughts, simple reflections. Slowly, I stopped avoiding my mind. I started understanding it. Days passed, then weeks. The changes were almost invisible. There was no dramatic transformation, no overnight success, no magical breakthrough. But something inside me was changing. I felt calmer, stronger, more present. I began replacing escape with growth. Scrolling became reading, waiting became action, excuses became habits, and little by little I became someone I respected. One evening, I sat beside a quiet lake as the sun disappeared beyond the horizon. The water reflected the sky like a mirror. When I looked at my reflection, I saw someone different, not perfect, not successful, not extraordinary, just someone who had finally stopped running. Someone who was showing up. Someone who was trying. And for the first time in a long time, that felt enough. That's when I understood something important. Most people don't need more motivation. They need fewer escapes. Because every hour spent avoiding your life is an hour you'll never get back. Every day spent waiting is a day that could have changed everything. The day I stopped escaping my life finally began. Not because everything became easy, but because I stopped running. So before this story ends, ask yourself one question. What are you escaping from? And what could happen if you finally faced it? Because the future version of you is still waiting for the day you stop hiding, waiting for the day you stop delaying your life, waiting for the day you decide to begin. And maybe that day is today. If this story resonated with you, subscribe for more peaceful stories about growth, discipline, mindset, and becoming the person you're meant to be. And remember, the life you want is waiting. Stop escaping and start living.